What if the thing you're trying to avoid is the exact thing that could change your life? What if the reason you're stuck isn't because you're unlucky, not because you're untalented, not because you don't have enough time, but because every time life asks you to suffer, you run? Think about it. The strongest people you admire, the athletes, the entrepreneurs, the creators, none of them escaped suffering. They used it. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why suffering is not the enemy. It's the price of becoming someone extraordinary. Because the truth nobody wants to hear is this: to win, you must suffer. And the people who accept this reality early become unstoppable. We live in a world obsessed with comfort. Food arrives in minutes. Entertainment is one click away. You can spend an entire day avoiding discomfort without even realizing it. But here's the problem. Comfort feels good today, yet it quietly steals tomorrow. Every dream demands a payment. Every achievement demands sacrifice. Every transformation requires pain. The question isn't whether you'll suffer. The question is, will your suffering have a purpose? Because one type of suffering destroys you, the other builds you. And most people spend their lives choosing the wrong one. Step number 1, the pain you can't escape. Let's get something straight. Nobody escapes suffering. Nobody. You either suffer from discipline or suffer from regret. You either suffer from hard work or suffer from staying average. You either suffer from growth or suffer from being stuck. Think about someone who wants to get fit. Working out hurts. Waking up early hurts. Eating healthy hurts. But being unhealthy hurts too. Feeling insecure hurts too. Living with low energy hurts too. Both paths contain pain. One pain moves you forward, the other keeps you trapped. And here's what most people never realize until it's too late. The pain of discipline weighs ounces. The pain of regret weighs tons. Years from now, you won't remember the difficult workout. You won't remember the early mornings. You won't remember the sacrifices. But you'll definitely remember the opportunities you never took, the dreams you abandoned, the potential you wasted. And that's a pain far heavier than temporary discomfort. Step number 2, why successful people embrace suffering. The difference between winners and everyone else isn't talent. It's not luck. It's not intelligence. It's their relationship with suffering. Most people see discomfort and stop. Winners see discomfort and continue. Most people interpret pain as a sign to quit. Winners interpret pain as proof they're growing. Think about it. Every muscle grows through stress. Every skill grows through repetition. Every level of confidence grows through challenges. Nothing great is built inside comfort. Nothing. The strongest version of yourself exists on the other side of discomfort. But very few people ever meet that version. Why? Because they quit too early. And what I'm about to tell you might completely change how you view hard times. The struggle you're experiencing right now may not be blocking your success. It may actually be creating it. The pressure, the setbacks, the failures, the loneliness, the uncertainty. Those things aren't always signs you're going the wrong way. Sometimes they're signs you're becoming stronger than you've ever been before. Step number 3, the world lies about success. Social media has created a dangerous illusion. Everybody sees the victory. Nobody sees the suffering. You see the successful business. You don't see the years of rejection. You see the championship trophy. You don't see the thousands of exhausting training sessions. You see the confidence. You don't see the anxiety they had to overcome. Everyone wants the reward. Few want the process. Everyone wants the result. Few want the sacrifice. And that's why average people stay average, because they fall in love with outcomes, while winners fall in love with the process. The process is boring. The process is repetitive. The process is painful. The process is lonely. But the process is where transformation happens. And here's the scary part. The process never gets easier. You simply become stronger. That's what growth really is. Not less resistance, more resilience. Step number 4, suffering builds identity. Most people focus on what they're trying to achieve. But the real question is, who are you becoming? Because success isn't just about getting results. It's about building character. When life gets difficult, your true identity is revealed. When nobody believes in you, when you're exhausted, when you're frustrated, when progress feels invisible, that's when character is built. Anybody can stay motivated when things are easy. Anybody can feel confident when they're winning. But can you keep going when nothing seems to be working? That's where greatness is born. Every difficult moment gives you a choice. Become weaker, or become stronger. Become bitter, or become better. Become a victim, or become a warrior. And the decision you make during those difficult moments determines the rest of your life, not your talent, not your circumstances, your response. Because pain doesn't decide your future. Your reaction to pain does. The moment most people quit. There's a point in every journey where quitting becomes incredibly attractive. You work hard, nothing happens. You sacrifice, nothing changes. You stay consistent. Results seem invisible. And that's exactly where most people stop. Not because they can't succeed, but because success takes longer than they expected. They mistake slow progress for failure. And that's a huge mistake, because sometimes you're closer than you think. The breakthrough often comes after the hardest phase. The reward often appears after the greatest struggle. The transformation often happens after months of invisible effort. Imagine quitting one day before your life changed forever. One workout before getting fit. One video before your channel explodes. One attempt before success. The tragedy isn't failure, the tragedy is quitting too soon. Step number 6. Turn pain into power. The next time life becomes difficult, don't ask, why is this happening to me? Ask, what is this teaching me? Every challenge contains a lesson. Every obstacle contains growth. Every setback contains strength. Pain can either break you or build you. The difference is perspective. The strongest people aren't people who avoided suffering. They're people who learned how to use suffering. They transformed pain into fuel, fear into action, failure into experience, pressure into strength. And that's available to you too, starting today. Listen carefully. You don't need an easier life. You need a stronger mindset. Stop waiting for things to become comfortable. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Stop waiting for motivation. The people who change their lives aren't the people who feel ready. They're the people who move forward despite discomfort, because they understand something most people never will. Every dream has a price. Every victory has a cost. Every level requires sacrifice. And if you truly want to win, if you truly want to become the best version of yourself, then you must make peace with suffering. Not meaningless suffering, purposeful suffering. The kind that builds strength, the kind that creates discipline, the kind that transforms ordinary people into extraordinary ones. Years from now, your life will be shaped by the pain you were willing to endure. So, when things get hard, when you feel like quitting, when every part of you wants to stop, remember this: the struggle is not your enemy. The struggle is your training. The pain is not punishment. The pain is preparation. And the version of you that achieves greatness is waiting on the other side of today's discomfort. To win, you must suffer. But if you keep going, if you refuse to quit, if you embrace the process, then one day you'll realize something incredible. The suffering wasn't holding you back. It was turning you into the person capable of winning. And that's when everything changes.